Hey, welcome to Unfiltered. Oh, it's a great week. We've got the whole crew back with us again. Not very much current news. We do have bad news for sports fans. The New England Patriots lost to the Indianapolis Colts 38-34. The Colts came back from an 18-point deficit to beat them. Excellent game. So the Colts will face the Chicago Bears at Super Bowl 41 on February 4th in Miami. Now I had this 2 weeks ago. Last week, the reason we showed a repeat last week, the entire crew was down with that stomach bug that's going around. So we felt instead of coming in here and spreading it to all of you, that we'd just take the week off and show a repeat, a healthy repeat. But I had the last stupid news I gave on our last live show, and I wanted to read this one this week because it seems that there's a gentleman in Vermont, a Dr. Thomas Naylor, and his entourage of other like-minded Vermont people are calling for the state to become a sovereign nation. And they'd like Quebec and New Hampshire and Maine to join them in becoming our own nation. And, you know, this is a very cool idea. And I'm all for it. I think the biggest reason to become our own nation, it's easier to get foreign aid than it is to get domestic aid. So we could hit the government up for a big loan, never pay it back, maybe get some weapons. I don't know, branch out, attack Nova Scotia or something. Might be fun. Other news, Bush to seek cutback in gas consumption. I just don't believe that, so I'm not even going to read it. We'll get right into what's important. Of course, with the Super Bowl going to be February 4th, it'll be all over. No football for half a year. We run into NASCAR season. 23 days to Daytona. And actually, February 10th is the Budweiser Shootout, which is a week before the actual Daytona. So, like 15 days to the Bud Shootout. And can't wait. Other NASCAR news, Martin Truex Jr. And she's sorry she gave this to me. Andrea gave this to me, and this is her guy. Her race car driver, Martin Truex Jr., was charged with disorderly intoxication. Jeez, Andrea. He was quoted as saying, "I got a ticket for doing something stupid. It was a stupid mistake, and I'll never do it again." Apparently, a Volusia County Beach Patrol officer observed Truex urinating on his own car in a parking garage. Cop said, "Hope it was worth $100." As if you gotta go, you gotta go. This other one that she gave me tonight talks about the new point system for the Nextel Cup, and I would read it, but it's 2 pages long, and I've only skimmed over it, and so I don't understand it. I haven't understood the points since they started them. So that's where I stand on that. Somebody will win at the end, and we don't care how they get there or how it's determined. They'll pick a winner. And I think it's nice to see in NASCAR that you don't always have the same guy winning every single year. This last piece of current news is a picture that I got, and somebody's going to have to get a shot. I don't know who Bruce will. But this is a picture that Andrea gave me, and I don't know if we can. Who am I showing it to, Bruce? Thank you. It's a picture that Andrea gave me of a soldier in Iraq, and he's holding a small child, and the child's entire family was killed by insurgents. And I guess this group of Marines is taking care of the child, and I guess they hold the baby in their arms and just sleep. So it's kind of a different look at Iraq. We have a little bit of station news here before I get into my flashback. Free Minds TV is going to be changing times. Their new time will be live Friday nights at 10 p.m. They're going to do their show. They're going to take live phone calls. So everybody tune in. They're going to start this Friday. So they should have a great show. They've had some very controversial subjects. So and they're not afraid to talk about them. I missed this. Everybody's laughing. It was announced today. The New Hampshire International Speedway announced today that Lennox will be sponsoring the July race happening there. It will be the Lennox 300. So thank you, Lennox, for stepping forward. And I know it'll be a great race out there. They always have a great race at Loudon. So now it's time for my flashback. And we missed a week, so I'll recap last week back in 1977. I was 15 years old when I read this. Gary Mark Gilmore, shot to death after sunrise, said, "Let's do it." This was a man that was driven to pretty much, he fought for his own execution. Says the warden read the legal order, and Gary looked at the warden, not quavering. Gary looked up for an extended period of time and then said, "Let's do it." He didn't quaver when the hood was placed over his head and a black target with a white circle was pinned to his white T-shirt. The warden gave the signal, and bang, 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 3 noises in rapid succession. Gary moved, his head turned slightly to the left, but he stayed erect. Red blood then emerged from the white T-shirt and onto his white slacks. They said his body moved for 15 to 30 seconds, and he actually donated his body to the University of Utah Medical Center. And the next day there was a story in the paper that said during his autopsy they said that he lived for 2 to 3 minutes after being shot. So I don't know if that's cruel and inhuman, but he fought tooth and nail for that execution. And apparently he knew he was wrong and was willing to take the consequences. Here's another one. Wednesday, January 19th, 1977. Weather warms up to 8 below. Back then we'd gone almost 2 weeks, and we were having minus 10, minus 12, minus 15. So it was a big heat wave then, I guess. On Thursday, January 20th, 1977, dedication ceremonies were set at the Vocational Center. They were going to dedicate the Cheshire Vocational Center on February 6th. And they really wanted to show it off. It was a $3.29 million project. And yeah, apparently it's working pretty good. Also from that week, actually January 24th and 25th on CBS, they showed the 2-part Helter Skelter movie with Steve Railsback. And I pulled this because I remember watching that when it first aired, and I was in my bedroom watching my little black and white 9-inch or 13-inch TV, whatever I had. And right at the very end of the first part of that, the camera closes in on Steve Railsback's face as he's in the courtroom, and he played Charles Manson. And he had the evilest look on his face, and as the camera closed in, the cable cut out. And the whole screen just went to snow. And it freaked me out. I was actually scared because that was a very disturbing movie, but a great movie. Now for this week, we've got a couple of great ones for this week. God, where do I want to start? Let's start with this because this is kind of kind of weird for 77. Sex discrimination suit planned in Peterborough. Apparently, a Peterborough woman resigned from the town police force and was going to charge the town with sex discrimination because the police chief had put her on permanent foot patrol in the downtown Peterborough area because she was a woman, and that beat was considered a punishment. She was the first and only woman police officer at that time, and this says she may have also been the last. The police chief said women just don't work out in a small town. In big cities, they can check meters or something. But here, they're out in the cold all hours. It's not a woman's job. We gave them an opportunity, but it didn't work out. She had 8 years experience in police work. She attended police school in North Carolina, where she had an A average. Worked as a full-time police officer in Florida, and as a part-time police officer in New Ipswich. And she was also part of a security management team for a little Disney World in Florida. So that's kind of a weird story. There's another one that goes along with the schools. On January 29th, 77, the headline was "Bathrooms Locked at Center." And it's a story about how they locked the bathrooms in the vocational center during class hours. And if you wanted to go to the bathroom during class hours, you had to get a key from a teacher. And it was just because they didn't have enough teachers to patrol and keep track of that kind of thing. So, yeah, and God, school's so bad now, right? See, here's a couple that killed me. Egg cooking time now found out. This was from the 24th of January, 1977. How long does it take to fry 2 eggs for breakfast? The federal government spent nearly $46,000 to get the answer. It takes exactly 838 time measurement units. Just so you know. I know. Everybody's going, what's a time measurement unit? They also figured that out for us. In case you're wondering, a time measurement unit is equal to 0.036 seconds. So I don't have a calculator. If anybody's got a calculator, we'll give you the answer, or you can just do the math yourself. So 0.036 times 838, and that's how long it takes to cook your eggs. To fry them. Apparently al dente, maybe? I don't know. Sorry. There's another one. If you thought that was good, listen to this one. This was right here, and that was the federal government. This is the New Hampshire government, all right? January 26th, 1977. Welfare Fraud Unit spends $85,000 for $67,140 in convictions. Somewhere, we're probably still paying the difference in that. But yeah, they were claiming they needed more agents to track down all these welfare fraud people. $85,000 they spent, and they got back $67,000. So when do you draw the line and say, maybe it's just not worth it? But if it's child support, I could see going after that. And the thing is, it probably hasn't changed. There's still probably even more people bilking the system, the welfare system, because it's there. And that's why they do it. It's available, and the people that know the system, and they know how to work the system. And the government can't figure out that we think and learn as we go. And if the government puts out something, a program like that, somebody's going to figure out how to work it to their advantage. So I don't know. Here's another one, January 26th, 1977. This is a good one because my younger crew probably won't even be able to believe this. But this is a story about Wendy's and Papa Gino's plans. And they were seen linked to the Key Road entrance project, because back then Key Road didn't come out where it does now. And we had no Wendy's and no Papa Gino's on that corner. So That was weird. Let's get this one out of the way because this one just I went this is where it started. January 27th, 1977. George Bush to work in GOP. God, he was says he was former national GOP chairman and CIA director under Nixon and Ford, respectively, and he planned to remain active in the Republican Party. Jeez. Sometimes one decision just screws up decades and decades, huh? Oh well. Here's another one, a local one. Winter of '77 lowers temperature and frost line. And the reason I pulled this was because this story starts out with these exact words. 30 years from now, Monadnock region residents will be able to tell their grandchildren about the winter of '77. Officially, it was 15 below zero this morning in Keene. Just another in a long line of sub-zero mornings that have helped to make this the coldest January in nearly 100 years of records. Frost had pushed into the ground nearly 5 feet and was wreaking havoc with water lines and sewer lines. The 15 below temperature was registered at the Keene Public Works Department down on the site on Lower Main Street. But at the Marlowe grocery store, it was 22 degrees below zero. So, yeah, we were going through a bad spell back then. And some of us kids really, walked to school back then. And it was tough. But we got through it. So just think tomorrow when you wake up and it's hovering right around zero. Just remember, it could be a lot worse. Sorry, Bruce. It could be colder. This one from the 27th of January, 1977, and this one got me because maybe this is the reason for everything. The Screen Actors Guild has called for a reduction in the amount of violence in television shows. 1977. They said there is a reasonable cause to believe that imitation of violent acts seen on television is a potential danger. It said viewers who see repeated violence on television come to accept it as normal in society. And because viewers become accustomed to violence as normal, greater levels of violence are needed to grab their attention. So, yeah, 30 years ago they were trying to tone television down, and yet it just escalated. Nobody paid attention. Somebody probably said, oh, they're just a bunch of hippie actors, and, we're going to give the public what they want. And so now we've got killings in the street, and because 30 years ago, we couldn't just tone things down and say, no, let's live a peaceful existence. And along with that is from January 28th of 1977, Freddie Prinze shoots himself. He was, Freddie Prinze, of course, was Chico from Chico and the Man. He fired a bullet into his head in front of his business manager, who was trying to talk him out of it. He was despondent over his recent divorce and being arrested for a misdemeanor charge of driving under the influence of drugs. So I guess they tested him and he had tranquilizers in his system. And now it's time. This little segment is getting, I don't know what's going on here, but the crew's just going nuts. I hope everything's all right in the booth. This little segment, I've heard a lot of good things about it. A lot of people like this. It's my Mike Blasto Says segment. And on January 25th of 1977, here's what Mike Blasto says in the Keene Sentinel. This is Wednesday, and I just heard that President Ford has pardoned Tokyo Rose. This is simply incredible. I know he pardoned Nixon, and it would be hard to top that, but now he has managed to do just that. I understand that latest reports from the U.S. military cemeteries on Iwo Jima, Okinawa, and Hawaii are that the ground tremors register about 8 on the Richter scale. I hate to refer to the outgoing president as a clown, But just because Lincoln has come down to us in history as the great emancipator, do you suppose this could be a last-ditch effort to memorialize himself, President Ford, as the great pardoner? So thank you for your words of inspiration, Mr. Blastos. And that was a big deal back then. There were a lot of people that were very upset that Ford pardoned Tokyo Rose. She was, for some of you younger people, she was, I believe, an American woman who was in Japan doing anti-American radio, pretty much. And actually that reminded me of another, right at that same time, just after Carter took office, he pardoned all of the Vietnam draft dodgers. And a lot of people in New Hampshire really didn't like that. The VFW had problems with the American Legion, voiced their opinion. And Governor Meldrum Thompson back then ordered that all the flags in the state be flown at half-mast for 4 days because Carter did that. So anyway, yeah, that's 77. So we're back here, and like I said, we've got the whole crew. So we'll get into our crew call right now, if Bruce is ready. And we'll start with Eric, back from holiday break. And it's nice to have you back, Eric.
Thanks, man.
And we have Ben, also back with us. He's on camera tonight. Very nice, buddy. It's good to have you back.
It's good to be back, Brent.
We've missed you. And we have Mike on the other camera, and Ryan, floor directing. We're a little short-handed on equipment, so some of our people don't have comm units this week because Lee, our illustrious commander, is off on another project tonight, doing another live-to-tape shoot, which you'll be seeing, I'm sure, before long here on Cheshire TV. In the booth, we have Bruce and Jane and Andrea. And Jane was proud. She says, I got to hold this up because apparently she's happy. Oh, get back in there. Andrea has a sign too. Oh, same sign?
Upside down.
Oh, okay. Andrea doesn't like Hillary. Sorry. Actually, we got the Voice of God mic hooked up tonight, don't we?
Yes.
Bruce, how's things going in there tonight?
Things are going pretty good in here, Rick. We're having fun.
I didn't explain to everybody that we have like an entire control room filled with new equipment. And Bruce and Andrea and I were down learning it for the first time last night.
Yeah, we came down last night, and we spent about an hour and a half down here with the Boy Wonder, and he was showing us all the new neat things that we can do with this board that I'm scared to try. I'm not going to do most of it. We're just going to stick to regular business as usual tonight, and we'll learn some of the tricks of this board here, and maybe next time we'll throw some stuff at some folks.
That's great. So you guys are feeling pretty comfortable in there so far?
Yeah, everything's been going pretty good. I had a little bloop right there where I showed everybody black screen for about a half a second there at the opening, but
All right.
but beyond that, we're having fun. We're doing all right.
Yeah, I think Lee hit a couple wrong buttons.
I got to see his presentation and
Yeah.
and his show the other day, and found out that he was actually running the board, so I don't feel so bad now.
No, people understand. It's
I
all
make mistakes.
volunteers.
We're all just having fun at this. So
That's great, man. Thanks, Bruce. And thanks for mentioning the Boy Wonder, because I forgot to mention today is the Boy Wonder's birthday. He's not here. He left this afternoon to go to Florida, and I assume he's going down to check out his school down there, his college. But the Boy Wonder turned 18 today. Now, I'm not sure if I can still technically call him the Boy Wonder. You know, I really like that nickname, and it's been sticking because a lot of people are using it. We may have to change to the Man Wonder. I don't know, but he'll still always be the Boy Wonder to me. So I think we'll introduce our guest now. My guest is an old classmate of mine. We went to high school together, Greg LaFord.
Yeah, we did.
It's good to have you, Greg.
Yeah, it's nice to see you.
We hooked up. You sent an email to the show a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
And,
I had saw the show, and I'm going, is that? Going, I went to school with him.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
kind of freaked you out, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Freaked me out too. It's like, hey, I've got a TV show, and that's cool, you know. And I heard from one of the other classmates, Bob Forcier, emailed me, and
Yeah, I remember him.
so I got in touch with him and sat for an afternoon, talked with him, and caught up. You know, he's done some pretty incredible things too. Now you're all into, you like went into, of course you went into the service, into
Yeah.
the Navy, and worked on submarines.
Yeah.
Now what was your job?
I was a fire control technician, ballistic missile.
Okay.
I worked on the weapon system for the ballistic missiles for the deterrent.
So you were like the trigger guy.
Well, I worked on that system in the same room with the button. It was actually one of the better jobs on the sub. It was kind of really, I want to say, easy.
Yeah.
You had, I mean, out to sea, you were on watch for 6 hours and you had 12 hours off. So you could
6 on and 12 off?
yeah, so you could sleep for 11 hours, probably.
Man, we always did the 12 on, 12 off.
No, it was 6/12.
Now during general quarters, it was always.
Oh, but
on,
that see,
right?
but now if you weren't on watch and it was 8 o'clock in the morning, because every morning they'd have a drill. Our captain was drill happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, most of them are.
Yeah, well, they
Now-
want to keep you going.
You were in what? You went in right after high school,
Yeah,
and you were in what?
5 years.
5 years. So you kind of got out before they really cracked down on all the hardcore partying and all that.
just about time.
About that time that they were.
Yeah, but we got out of high school just when they started cracking down at the high school too.
Right. Well, see, I spent 3 years in the Navy, and it was party all the time. And then
Well,
eventually, 81, they came and they said,
we got back
you
from
know-
sea and we had a month-long party with the crew.
Now, did you do a cruise
Well,
overseas?
no, I did hit one port. We did go to Portugal for 2 days.
Portugal. See, I didn't get there. I did a med cruise. So I saw
Well,
Italy.
actually, all we did was the North Atlantic in the middle of the winter,
Oh,
or North
yes,
Atlantic. We just
yeah.
go out and we go on a cruise to nowhere.
So is it really like Crimson Tide and stuff, or what? You know, like all them submarine movies?
Some of the stuff is correct.
How deep have you gone? I mean, is there a maximum depth? Can you get down there and like
Well-
hear the sub creaking and stuff?
Oh yeah, as you're going down, it creaks, it shrinks.
Oh man.
Yeah, it shrinks. If you tied a string across middle level missile at about chest high at the surface, when you get down to test depth, the string would be touching the floor.
Wow. See, I don't know, that's kind of freaky. And, you know, being in a submarine, that's almost no better than jail, really.
Well, yeah, it is.
I mean, the food's better, and you can get out and walk. I mean, you can't just go out and take a walk,
No, but
but you're pretty confined.
yeah, but you got what 300 feet worth
Yeah,
to go
I mean,
to.
I mean, it's a big boat. I mean, like the aircraft carrier, at least we could get up on the flight deck, you know, play frisbee in the hangar deck. You guys probably couldn't play frisbee, could you?
No,
Yeah.
no, they had movies and food and sleep.
And now, after you got out of the service, is that when you got into all the audio? Now let's just tell everybody, they've probably noticed the big bear on your shirt and the kind of hippie look in your eyes. That you're kind of a Grateful Dead.
Oh yeah,
Is,
Just a
is
little
fan
bit.
the right word?
well, it's Deadhead.
Or okay, yeah, Deadhead. So you are a full-fledged Deadhead.
Oh yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah, about that.
And now you've actually been to shows,
Oh yeah,
done a bunch of audio tapes and things like that.
yeah. I've recorded some shows. sometimes they don't come out that good. It's just like back in the 60s when people were recording them. I got some recordings that I've traded for, and it's like some people would complain, this has got this, and you got to think, back in the 60s, these people recording it, they were tripping their head off, and the quality of the recordings back then are really good.
Yeah, well, I wanted to talk about music this week because I got an email, and I forgot to bring it out from me, from a James Bemis, and he mentioned the fact that, yeah, we can open the phone lines. I'm sorry. I haven't opened the phone lines yet. If you want to call, you can call 283-6621. So give us a call and talk to us. But I was, God, I can't remember where I was now.
Something about an email on...
Yeah, he sent me an email, and he mentioned the fact that I had said in an earlier show that I like listening to Poison, and the hair bands from the 80s. And he basically said, well, what's with the hair bands? You were raised in the 70s. You should be listening to actually he said Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Humble Pie. I love Humble Pie, and a lot of people don't know that Humble Pie is where Peter Frampton got his start. And he mentioned like Foghat, and I got to thinking, for one thing, Zeppelin I always thought was overhyped. There were a lot of other bands that weren't in the mainstream at that time that kicked Zeppelin's butt playing in
Well,
Zeppelin.
live, Zeppelin was always too drunk.
I never saw it live.
Well, from what I've heard, they're always too drunk.
We have a phone call. We have Stuart on the phone. Stuart, you're unfiltered.
Hello.
Hi, Stuart. What's up?
Oh, hello. You read about the German porn king shot 10 days ago, didn't you? At 30.
Did we lose him? But yeah, I'm pretty sure that I heard about that. And that stuff that was going on. Yeah. You remember that?
No.
I think that same thing happened in the 70s.
Oh, I forgot a lot of that.
I was too high to care.
Just like you were saying about they locked the bathrooms at the Voc Tech.
Yeah.
That was great.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
It was the only part of the school where you could go to the bathroom and lock the door and not worry about a teacher walking in.
When my daughter was going to school, they were actually taking the doors off, the stall doors off. Oh, Jane had a fit. She was writing letters to the Sentinel, to the school board, I think she wrote to the president. So you can't take those doors off the bathrooms. That's invasion of pride. Blah blah. She's like that sometimes. Sorry. But yeah, and I mean, I thought that there were a lot of not so mainstream bands back then, and I mean Pink Floyd. I stopped listening to Pink Floyd when I stopped doing hard drugs. It just didn't sound the same, after I gave up the drugs. It was. I think I have one of my friends on. Sarah is on the line. Sarah, you're unfiltered.
Help me! I'm in Rick Bart's basement. Let me out.
Jesus, that's funny. Yeah, apparently she's in my basement,
Ah.
which would be pretty tough because I don't have a basement.
Oh.
Oh man, we got little gremlins in this. This building's haunted,
Really?
Yeah, they got weird crap happening all over the place. So anyway, man, the whole music thing. Today, music is, I don't know, it's too violent, it's too, what's the word I'm looking for? It makes you feel bad. It makes you angry.
Well, a lot of it doesn't have musical qualities like it used to.
This is true. Oh, we have Justin on the phone now. Justin, you're unfiltered.
Hey,
How you doing, bud?
good.
What's up tonight?
I had a question and
All right.
concern.
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
In the past, I brought up the issue with some fundamentalist Christians I know, and the topic was stem cell research, and they oppose it.
They oppose
And
what research, Justin?
Stem cell.
Oh, the stem cell fundamentalist Christians.
Yeah, primarily.
Yeah, you know, and I can't. I
And
I
I
don't know
just-
why anybody opposes research to cure diseases.
It's just, I think it's a religious political control over what could be good to cure disease.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough, whether it's a moral issue or,
Ethics.
I'm not really sure, Justin, and I think probably a lot of people are the same way as I am. I don't know a lot about it, but I do know that, if that's what we're trying to do is cure diseases, and that's one means to the end, then yes, use it. I mean, we're pulling out all the stops to kill people in Iraq, so why not pull out all the stops to cure people here?
I guess because it doesn't make money.
That's probably it. It doesn't make money. And if we had a land full of healthy people, hospitals would go out of business.
Because, like, I guess people, the more lives you save, people that bury the dead will lose their jobs. So,
All right, yeah.
I'm sure there's more to it, but that's probably a part of it.
I feel life, I don't know, life is a cycle. You're born, you die. Eventually, you don't try and stretch it. You take it as it comes. And the important thing is, while you're here, you just live the best that you can, But people don't want us, they're all too consumed with greed and the almighty dollar. Materialistic and power. You have to look cool in front of your friends kind of stuff. So yeah, until people, and it's going to have to start with an education process right from very young to teach people that, you accept people for what they are and who they are, and that everybody has the right to believe and feel the way that they believe and feel.
One thing that can be said is the issue of abortion, stem cell research. It's not a black and white issue, and a lot of Christians see it as black and white. It's simple, it's whatever, and I mean, if someone's opinion of the value of life is more important than a creed, that should be the emphasis on what humans think.
Right. Basically, Justin, the people that are controlling all this are the same people that they're just up there trying to tell us how to live life. And it won't surprise me a bit when the day comes along when somebody says, oh, hey, you know something? Let's make masturbation illegal, because
that's just going against human nature.
Guys are committing, genocide every day into little socks or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the
it
point
just gets stupider and stupider all the time.
All right, now one last thing I have to say is, I understand that someone involved in the New Hampshire government is trying to legalize marijuana.
Yes, sir. As a matter of fact,
could you please, just give me the update and give me the info if you can? Maybe your friend there can.
Oh man, you know something, Justin? I'll do better than that. Tune into Free Minds TV on Friday night at 10 o'clock.
All right.
I haven't actually followed it. I know a bunch of them actually went over to one of the hearings.
Yeah.
And that was where the story in last Saturday's Sentinel came for about that representative. I don't know if you read that.
I'm not into, I'm not knowledgeable of current politics, or I'm not very political.
Oh, okay, Justin. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but tune into Free Minds Friday night at 10.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thanks for calling, Justin. All right. Yeah. I do have some intelligent people that call.
Yeah.
But I got the jerks too, and it's something to do. You must remember making prank phone calls.
Oh yeah.
As a kid, when we were growing up, a group of us kids used to call the cops on ourselves. We'd hang out at Wheelock School, out behind Wheelock School, and we'd send somebody over to the store, and we'd go, hey, go call the cops. Tell them there's a big racket going on back here. So somebody would go over, they'd make the call and come back, and we'd wait for the cops to show up, and then we'd all just scatter. And they'd chase us all night, until we got tired and went home. But I spent one night, I laid for 3 hours in the swamp behind Wheelock School with cops walking all around me. Couldn't find me. We have Matt on the phone. Matt, you're unfiltered.
Rick, where the hell were you last week, man?
Man, Matt, the entire crew was down with that stomach bug.
Well, that didn't mean you couldn't do a one-man show.
I probably could have, Matt, but it's no fun without this crew.
This wasn't like my usual 7:40 call because Justin talked my ear off, right?
He's like that. He's like that,
I don't think anything came from that 10 minutes either.
If you ever need something to do with an afternoon,
I know. He's
find
worried about his
Justin and start a
sister
conversation
and,
with him.
everything going on. But do you have some 419 tonight?
Yes, sir. They sent
And
down a
some
great
422?
spread tonight.
What about some 420?
Well, the pregame stuff,
Pre-game stuff.
I keep that, kind of private and let people guess about what goes on.
That's right. You're getting all pumped up, right?
Yeah.
So, there you go. All right. So just wanted to wish you guys a good week. I had kind of that stomach flu stuff myself. So I'll let some other people call. And I tell you, some of those people that call in, it's pretty funny, man. But, I think the IQ needs to be raised up a few bars for your show.
Well, we're trying. I don't want to get too serious because then it's no fun anymore.
All right. And you get going on that Friday night show yourself, man, okay?
Well, have you been watching the whole show, Matt, or did you just get in?
Oh, man, I have all your shows.
Yeah, but have you seen this whole episode tonight?
Oh, yeah, I've been watching since 6:55.
Okay, well then, dude, you know that Free Minds took the 10 o'clock spot on Friday.
Oh, damn, I'm going to have to call them and...
Matt, watch them. That's a good show, brother.
Yeah, that's where that Dale was from, right?
Dale and Toby, awesome kids, And
All right.
Really
so
got some great opinions.
Say hi to your crew for me, and I'll try to call you at 7:40 if Justin doesn't beat me to it next week.
All right, Matt.
All right, have a good night, guys.
You too, bud.
All right, bye.
Matt's a regular.
Yeah.
Calls every week. It's awesome. So, but yeah, the stuff we used to do as kids, and it's funny. I got out to the high school there when we filmed the Nutcracker for Cheshire TV, and the place is so different.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Have you been out? Oh, you've got a daughter in high school.
Well, no, she's at the, I want to say junior high, but it's middle school.
It was junior high when we were kids.
But, and she's done chorus stuff over there they have the chorus over at the high
It's a
school.
beautiful auditorium they've got.
Wow, they never had that when we were.
No, remember they slide the bleachers out from the
Yeah.
high school, and that would be,
Yeah.
there's your auditorium.
Yeah, and then any of the plays and stuff, they'd come down and they'd do it at the junior high.
Yeah, that's right. They would do it at the junior high. So it's weird, but and the stumps are still there, man.
Yeah, but it's not the
Yeah.
same.
It's not the same.
No,
at
there were a
all.
lot of fires
But-
back in '77 out in the stumps.
I think I put out a few. I think so. We have another phone call. We have Grizz on the phone. Grizz, you're unfiltered.
Hi, Rick. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. What's up?
Hey, man, I heard you was a truck driver.
Yeah, I'm a truck driver.
Yeah, how come you never talk about that? No, come on, answer it.
Because some of those stories are just they're
Ah,
kind
come
of
on.
dumb. They're kind of dumb.
Ashamed?
No, I'm not ashamed to be a truck driver.
No.
You said you're a truck driver?
Yeah, that's right.
What's
Want me to
that?
tell 'em about it?
Who do you drive for?
A prime.
Oh, Prime. That's right. Please remember, I'm Missouri educated. Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean?
It's nothing. You're not from the South, are you?
Hey, I gotta shift gears. Gotta go now. See you, bye.
That was kind of a weird call, wasn't it? Man. So what do you think?
Interesting.
This is what we do Thursday nights. Isn't it awesome? And I've got no direction. I don't even know what we were talking about now. Well, high school. What a great place the high school is now that we're out. So it was horrible back then, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Now I filmed some of my Thanksgiving special there, and I filmed it in the cafeteria. Now I was expecting the old cafeteria, where I used to get there in the morning, walk straight in the door, through the cafeteria, straight out the back door.
Oh, man, I never even went in the school. I just went to the side.
Yeah, see, I didn't think of that. I did at least make an appearance. We have Paul on the phone. Paul, you're unfiltered.
Just wanted to call and remind you.
Oh, another soundboard. You ever play with those, Greg?
Soundboard?
Yeah.
Well, no, but I've got some soundboard recordings.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know. I'd like to do it. We should set up. We should do some of those, Bruce. Mark that down. We'll work on some of those, and we'll tailor them to say what we want, not what they want. I'm here to get our message across, which is to have fun. So this is our mission statement on Unfiltered, is to get together on Thursday nights. And I get this. I mean, have you ever seen such a crew?
Not bad.
Guys showing up and having such a great time.
How many guys
So,
have you crew?
we've got a lot of guys on the crew. Thanks, Mike. We have Bob on the phone.
Don't want to
Bob, you're unfiltered.
Hey, Rick, what's going on, man?
Not much. How you doing?
It's Bob Force here.
Oh, what's
Oh,
up,
wow.
buddy?
Listen, I've been watching the show since you began.
Yeah.
I can't figure out who the hell that is sitting next to you.
You
This
don't?
is Greg
Nope, I can't.
LaFord.
I don't recognize you at all. What's the name?
Greg LaFord.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
No.
What happened to you, dude? They say the camera adds 10 pounds, but come on, dude.
Isn't that awful? I mean, yeah, he bulked up and he's a little chubbier.
Wow. Hey, that happens to the best of us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I just
I
wanted to
got
call
an
and
easy
find out
job.
I
And
just
just so
wanted
you
to call
know,
and find
Greg,
out who that was, man. It's pretty cool.
Bob hasn't changed a bit.
No?
No. Just like me, a little skinny, scrawny, still got a young face. So.
Yeah, we stayed away from the ho-hos.
No, that's snack foods.
Oh.
Hey, man, I just wanted to call and say, hey, thanks for mentioning my name and stuff, and it was good to see you that time that we got together.
Yeah, we'll hook up again, Bob.
Sounds good.
All right,
Have a
man.
good
Talk
night,
to you
guys.
later.
Bye.
See that? At least one classmate still lives in Keene. I
Well,
don't know
there's a
what
couple.
happened to any of the other ones. But the day that I got together and hung out with Bob, he showed me a picture from the class reunion. I could not recognize anybody. And I felt good because the majority of the guys from the class either got fat or bald.
Yep.
And I loved it. I was like, ah, look at that. They're all fat and bald. Hey, we have Tarzan on the line, another regular. Tarzan, you're unfiltered.
Hey, Rick.
What's going on, buddy?
Long time no see.
Yeah, we're here, buddy.
I know. What a great day it is having you on TV. And I really appreciate your show. And you're the talk of the town up here on North Main Street, man.
Hey, super, man. That's great.
I'm telling you. And you have a lot of fans. And I don't know who this character is on your left, but he has a really good story about his Navy experiences.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He's
And I
my
really
classmate.
appreciate having him on.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate you talking about Bush, and I want you to talk more about the poor guys and women that we're losing daily.
All right, I will, brother.
Okay, Ricky. Peace, love.
All right, bud.
Later.
Later. Tarzan, him and his family. I went down, met him New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome family. And yeah, he was in the service stationed in Germany in '76. While we were still in high school, he was over in Germany, driving. What he said that in '76, he got to drive a Dodge pickup truck on the Autobahn. That must have been awesome. But yeah, definitely concerned people, about the war. And Tarzan, I could have given numbers tonight, and I'm really tiring of the numbers week after week of the people that are dying over there. And yeah, every day we're losing more and more, and there's no need for it. We have to start getting those people back here, pumping the money we're spending over there into our own economy and budget, and doing something right here. there are insurgents right here in the United States, that cause trouble every single day. And we're off, trying to make somebody else's country safe while people are... I heard there was a stabbing right here at Kilkenny's recently. And in Keene, people getting stabbed and shootings and all that kind of crap.
It didn't happen when I was growing up.
No. I think it goes right back to the story I read about the violence on TV. And I think the same way about the music. You listen to the music from back then and it was all happy. The majority of it was all happy. The groups that came out singing about
now a lot of
positive
it's
things.
all...
And now it's death and hate and, I was wrong. Back then it was, I'd like to teach the world to sing. And Jimmy Buffett. You cannot listen to a Jimmy Buffett album and feel bad afterwards. You can't hate anybody after you listen to Jimmy Buffett. It's impossible.
Well, it's just like when you see the Dead. It was like everybody there. I've gone to shows and see somebody I hadn't seen for a year.
And the Dead, it's all like one big love fest.
Yeah.
And everybody, and now...
They did get violent. The crowd did get violent at some of the Dead shows later on, but back it used to be just nice and it was great.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just everybody got together and just the feelings flowed. We have Gino on the line. Gino, you're unfiltered, buddy.
All right.
What's up?
Oh, not much. Couple of dumb things. You mentioned humble pie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I was just kicking myself in the ass for not mentioning that to you when I spoke with you last. But
no, I think we mentioned those. I think we touched on humble pie.
Did we?
Yeah.
You remember the Small Faces?
The Small Faces. The name sounds familiar, but I can't really...
Well, they changed the band to Faces later on. Rod Stewart in Faces.
Yes, okay.
But prior to that, before they got Rod Stewart, they had there were the Small Faces. Steve Marriott. Does that ring a bell? The singer for Humble Pie.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was a singer after Frampton left, right?
Well, I think Frampton was the guitarist, and I think Marriott was the singer.
Oh, okay.
And I think they were both in the band at the same time.
Oh, all right. I had always assumed that Frampton was the vocals.
No. When he went solo, I think he was. But
oh, okay. Yeah. No, as a matter of fact, I was listening to one of their anthology albums this week in the car, just tuning around, and that's great music, man.
Oh yeah, they had an album called Smokin' that had some good tunes on it.
Yes. Yep. They also did 30 Days in the Hole.
Yeah, it was on that album.
Yep.
Another
Awesome
thing
music.
I wanted to mention that was pretty cool. I used to have a posse when I was in my younger teens, and we used to go up in the cemetery where nobody was allowed and send somebody down. We'd all get our hiding places in trees and send somebody down to the payphone and call the cops, send them up there. They chased us all over that place, boy.
Was that Beaver Street? Was that Beaver Street Cemetery, Gino?
No, this was in Concord, right by the prison, Blossom Hill.
Yep.
There's trails going up, way up and back to Swenson's Quarries, and that was our playground. They could never catch us. Well, they catch one of us one time, but it was a blast. I got to hang out today a little bit. Probably could very well be your youngest fan.
Oh, cool.
That kid, I talked to you about him. He's like, he just turned 5, but
yep.
I'm pretty sure he's watching your show. His name's Alex.
Excellent. Hello, Alex.
Yeah. Oh, he's been to see Trace Atkins when he was 4.
Cool.
Cool, he's got the
him
cowboy boots and stuff now, and he's got a fake set of handcuffs. He had a real set, but somehow they ended up locked. His parents repossessed him, and they got him in the camper. So I don't know the story behind that. You can only imagine, but he's got fake ones. He was squealing about that today. He wants his real ones back. But I'll let you go, Rick. But
all right, Gino.
Nothing important, just to say hi type thing.
All right, bud. I'll be in touch probably this weekend. Catch up with you.
Okay.
All right,
Good night.
man. Gino's another regular caller. Well, that's our last call. The phone lines are closed. We've got just under a few minutes left. So I know somebody just showed me, and I can't remember. Trying to listen to Gino. But anyway, I'm good till we get down to like 10 seconds. I'll thank everybody real quick.
Yeah.
We'll be cool. But so yeah, God, and I don't know, the whole music thing was what I've been concentrating on since we talked, and I found out that you'd actually gone and taped shows, and you were really into the whole audio thing.
Oh yeah.
So, have you played around with any like the computer programs, the music making computer program things?
Well, a lot of it's what I've done is anything I've done is always stayed with the original WAV format or CD format.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've stayed right away from MP3s.
Oh, all right.
Because actually, if you look, MP3s, when you compress it, it actually cuts everything above 1,500 hertz.
Oh, okay.
15,000 hertz.
Yeah.
It cuts, if you go and look at it in spectrum, it's just like a flat line above it. So you lose some of the music.
Yeah.
But I do have programs that you can go in and, like, if you have a recording that has one little glitch in it,
Oh, okay.
at like 1 millisecond, you can look and you can go look at the bits in the music.
Oh, wow. That's neat. That's neat. Well, we're down to under a minute. So, I want to thank you for coming, Greg. You'll have to come back.
Oh, I will. I'll come back and help out.
We don't have much time to talk between phone calls and everything else that goes on in this madhouse that we got going here. If you want to email us, the email address is actually I'm showing my new email address. It's headforlaughs@hotmail.com. And remember that Free Minds TV, Friday night at 10 o'clock live. I'm sure it'll be an interesting show. They always are. I'd like to thank my sponsors, the 419, Mom's Tattoo, and Green for Life. If I'm going to make the plug for donations, we're looking for money. Good night.